All right, so I'm on Hoplite on a brand new account. As you can see here, I'm a 1-star. Now, if you're brand new to Hoplite and you've played something before like Hypixel UHC Champions, it's kind of similar, but a little bit different. So as you can see, there are custom recipes in this game. Just like Hypixel UHC Champions, there's utility crafts, there's different crafts, and there's legendaries. The difference about this game and Hypixel UHC Champions is you actually don't have to use coins to actually buy any of these crafts. You have all of these crafts unlocked. So the thing with Hypixel UHC Champions is you used to have to grind coins to purchase crafts. You could actually use them in the games. That was the same way with perks. In Hypixel UHC Champions, you also had to purchase all your perks, but everything is unlocked. So there's only one thing you can do with coins if we check out the shop here, and that's upgrade your classes. So as you can see here, I have 0 coins, but you can upgrade your classes. There are 6 classes to choose from, but as you can see, it costs a lot of coins to upgrade. So that's why the first thing you should do when you log on to Hoplite Battle Royale is you should redeem some codes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to redeem some codes that I know of. So BR4. So this gives you 20,000 coins, 15,000 XP, and a mystery crate, which is always fun. So as you can see, I'm already level 10. There's another code, BR5. That's an extra 25,000 coins, another 15,000 XP, and 2 mystery crates. As you can see, I'm already up to level 15. There's another code I know of, espanol. So this one is another 12,500 coins and 15,000 XP. So as you can see already, I'm a level 20 and I've never even played a game. Plus I have 57,000 coins. Now I think those are the only codes. If there are any more, I will obviously add them into the description or a pinned comment. If you guys know of any other codes, let me know. A lot of the other codes that used to be around, like Midas, it's expired. New Year, like that expired. So I think those are the only codes I know of right now. But obviously, if you guys know any, let me know in the comments. And I'll also add it to either a pinned comment or the description. There's also Dingle. So you can redeem an extra 100 coins and free Battle Pass XP and Battle Royale XP. Now the server also has proximity voice chat. As you can see, you can go over here and you can link your proximity voice chat. Once you do it, it'll actually give you another 5,000 Battle Royale XP. Now, obviously, I already have my voice chat linked to my main account, so I can't unfortunately do that on my alt. But either way, we do start off with 57,000 coins, and we're already level 20. Plus, we get to gamba a little bit. So we have some crates here that we can open. I want to see. I'm just going to open a couple of these random crates and see if we get anything. Okay, a glider. We're going to open up a Valentine's one. Nice. Let's open up a Valhalla. We got a hat. Let's do an aquatic. Oh, 500 gems. That's kind of cool. So that's definitely the best things you can do to start on this game. Also, right now, you could actually go around the lobbies and pick up 25 of these flowers and you get another crate. But obviously, the crates are all cosmetics. So let me get out of the crates and let's talk about the kits. So there's 6 kits here. And they all are pretty playstyle dependent. So upgrading your kit is going to depend completely on what you want to do in the game. All of these kits have a perk as well. So you can look at all the abilities. The warrior kit has one where every time you kill a player, you get regen 2. And you have a 10% chance to gain an extra heart. I think this is one of the best perks that you can have when you're just starting out. So anytime you get a kill, you get some regen back. So if you're getting cleaned, you can at least get 3 hearts of regen back and you have a chance to get an extra heart. There's the miner perk, which gives you a 10% chance of doubling your ores. The archer perk, which if you successfully hit a full charge bow shot, you have a 15% chance to get regen 1 and speed 1. Looter perk gives you a 10% chance to receive extra rare drops, which is things like gaps, diamonds, emeralds, just like random things. There's the trapper perk, which lets you get some blocks back easier. And then the fisherman perk, which gives you luck for the first 15 minutes. And it gives you a chance to catch different things when you're fishing. So I think the warrior class is one of the stronger classes because of the perk, but upgrading it doesn't really do a lot. You end up getting an axe and some steak, which is obviously cool, but you don't really gain much. Things like the archer kit, you get extra feathers, which means you get extra arrows, and you get apples, which I think is really good. The miner kit obviously gives you a stronger pickaxe. The looter kit gives you random drops that are really good for crafting items. Now, back in the day on Hypixel UHC, I'd always tell people to upgrade the archer kit, as I always thought it was pretty strong, but honestly, in this version and in this game, I just don't think bows are super strong. So when you shoot somebody, they don't take a lot of KB. The bows don't necessarily do a ton of damage, and you really can't gain a lot of healing. The perk is kind of cool, but honestly, it doesn't even activate enough for it to be used. And most people, if you're just starting out in this game, are usually not even good enough at bow for this to be useful at all anyways. So this is the first episode of this little mini series I'm probably going to do. So I'm going to show off different strategies and on how you're starting. So like the fisherman kit is good to upgrade if you think you want to do the fishing strat. Basically, you go into a game, you have a fishing rod, you fish for the first 10 minutes of grace period, and you just kind of roll with whatever you catch, whether it be like a good bow or an enchanted book or anything like that. So if like that's something you are interested in, you can always upgrade this kit first. The miner kit is a pretty solid kit when starting out as well, just because it gives you the extra chance of getting diamonds and stuff. And it's also probably still a really strong kit for rushing the nether. Once you level up your stone pick enough, you can actually instantly mine netherrack with it. Trapper, obviously, if you want to trap, but that is for somebody else to show you how to trap and stuff. But if you think you want to trap, obviously, I think leveling up Trapper is pretty solid. I don't think leveling up Warrior is really needed at the start, just because the only thing you really gain is an axe. So if anything, you can level it up to level 2, and that's like all you really need. And then there's the Looter kit. So Looter is really solid because there's a couple different crafts that it helps you craft. There's things like Tim the Enchanter, which require a glow ink sack, which is pretty hard to get unless you're on Looter. It's also helpful for going for legendaries. Things like Armadillo, which require TNT. Even Beehive Blaster requires gunpowder. Harpoon Launcher, which requires a slime ball. All things like that are really, really good for using Looter kit. I think Looter kit is one of the strongest kits in the game. But honestly, I don't really think the kits are super important. Like, people always ask me which kits to upgrade. It's pretty much just preference. Whatever your play style is really depending on is what I would upgrade. I think what I'm going to do with my coins is I'm going to upgrade Warrior kit once, and that's what I'm going to use in my first game here. Now, I used 12,000 coins. I still have 45,000, so I can obviously go for anything else. But I do kind of like having the wood axe just for after grace period turns on. It's easier to get the logs. Also, there's one more thing I need to show you is after you get to level 20 in Battle Royale, you're gonna have level reward upgrades. So every time you get a new level, you get more coins. So since we're at the level 20, we can redeem even more coins. So let's just redeem all of these. So we now have 62,000 coins again. So it's like, it's like my purchase of my warrior kit didn't even matter. All right, so let's hop into our first game. I'm gonna try and walk through what I think one of the best strategies is if you're just starting out Hoplite. All right, we're in the game. We spawn around a cornucopia here with everybody else. So you pretty much have 3 options at this point. You can either run away and start looking for structures and loot structures. Your second choice is to just go get a tree, mine it, and craft a wood axe and just try to go for kills. And your third option is to just rush mid, see if you get something cool out of a chest, and then make your decision of what you're going to do then. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to rush mid and see if we get anything cool from the chest. And then we'll see if we can get like any kills or anything. All right. I should be able to get this chest. I got an ender pearl and I got 3 iron. So usually if I get 3 iron, what I like to do is go back towards a tree and craft an axe. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and go for some kills. So even if you're not super great at PvP, it's not bad to go for kills off the start. So the thing is with this server is there's actually a thing called second chance. If you die in this first 2 minutes of PvP, you actually get a second chance and you actually get to come back into the game. So we crafted an iron axe here. This guy's just punching me. So there's my first kill already. And this guy's got a diamond sword. I kind of would like to kill him actually. A diamond sword would be really nice to have. Please give me that. There's so many people over here. Got another crit on him. Got another crit on him. He's on 16. He might run into this. Oh, he dropped the diamond sword. Yo, thanks. There's a wood axe. I mean, diamond sword should be better than a wood axe. Yeah, there we go. I'll take it. As you can see here, I'm getting regen off these kills. Getting a diamond sword off spawn is like crazy. See if I can go for this kill too. He's low. He's on 25 still. Might be able to get more kills here. I'll take it. Thank you very much. I'm out of arrows. This guy's on 13. There we go. Got another kill. So I just got 4 kills. Can I get one more? What's this guy on? Oh, he's on 35. Okay, there's no point. Not bad. That's a pretty good start. 4 kills in my first game is kind of crazy. Right now I have a diamond sword and a diamond. We have 4 of these player heads here. Now, the thing with these player heads is when you get a kill in the first 2 minutes of the game, you can't actually use these heads to craft any recipes. They also are nerfed. They only give 2 hearts of regen and they only give speed 1 instead of speed 2. So they're not like insanely great heads. So obviously like you don't need to go for kills off spawn because you don't really gain a lot. But if I didn't go for the kills off spawn, I wouldn't have ended up with a diamond sword. So what I like to do is if I'm really just trying to go for like a solid game, what I want to do is I want to go find stuff to craft a book. So we need to get sugarcane and leather, and then we go down. We've already found cows, so we should be able to get leather here, unless they're both stingy. All right, we got one. I generally like to get at least 2 to 3 books, but if we only get 1, that's still fine. But if you're just starting out, honestly, rushing enchants is the best way to try and get kills and learn how to PvP in like Battle Royale. Like if you can actually get enchants super quickly, you're gonna have an upper hand on most players. Also, I want to get rid of all of these hats out of my inventory. Obviously, I'm gonna throw out the recipe book. I don't need it, but you can always keep yours. You can always do /recipe if you need. So we did get an ender pearl. Now that is a key item for some recipes. So the key item for an ender pearl would be Chrono Sword. So technically, if we got 1 more diamond, we could go for the Chrono Sword, which would be our first legendary, which is obviously like a good idea. And we also did find a structure over here that has the soul lanterns, which would make it so I wouldn't have to go to the nether. So like there is a chance here that I actually might want to just go for Chrono Sword because we only need 1 diamond for it pretty much. Let's go over here. We're gonna grab these soul lanterns. And I already have the stuff for a book, so we're gonna grab this and then go down into a cave. Got the chains, got the soul lanterns. We're pretty much 1 clock and 1 diamond away from making Chrono Sword. So obviously, if you get such a start for that for a legendary, I don't see a reason of not going for it. There's honestly a chance that if I didn't already have the diamond sword for like getting a kill, I would just skip going for the Chrono Sword and just go for getting enchant table instead. Either way, what I like to do is I like to find a cave on the surface and then just dig straight down when the cave like ends. Because usually there's more cave under caves, but I always want to make sure I have at least 2 coal before I do that. Like if you can find any coal near the surface, you always want to mine it, because if you get into a cave that goes deep and you can't find coal, it's the most frustrating thing ever. The first thing you want to do is obviously grab a smelter's pick. It's 3 raw iron, 2 coal, and now everything instantly smelts and you have a faster pick. So like some people who just start on Hoplite don't know about that and they start making like furnaces and stuff. Please don't do that. Anyways, we got some gold already too, and I see some redstone, so that means I already have the stuff we need for a clock. If we find 1 diamond, we're crafting the Chrono Sword. You're gonna be seeing a fresh account with a Chrono Sword. All right, looks like we found a pretty solid cave. Usually like these really big deep slate caves will have diamonds in it, so hopefully we get lucky with that. If we could find a 5 vein of diamonds, we could make Chrono Sword and also make an enchant table, which would be like actually insane. Also, after getting iron, anytime you see a water source in a cave, it's always smart to go pick one up. We are finding at least a little bit of gold. We're already up to 16, so that means that we can at least make both of our light apples. Like I said, you can't actually use these heads that you got from getting kills off spawn, or like G heads or anything. You can't craft anything with them. They're just there for 2 hearts of healing, so they're nothing crazy. Kind of looks like our cave ended, so I'm gonna turn view bobbing on here. Looks like we have more cave this way. So I like to do the little view bobbing trick. If you have high enough FOV and you like use view bobbing in a cave, you can actually see more caves around you. It is allowed on the server, so it's obviously not allowed everywhere, but on this server it is. So the best way to find caves if yours happens to run out. And we just dug into a spawner. Yo, I didn't even see that. Not bad though. Fortunately, we can't craft Gerald, even though we got a music disc. Somebody else already crafted him. So obviously what I want to do this game is I want to try and get kills early, and PvP is almost on. So like I'm only going to give myself an extra couple minutes after PvP to try and find the extra diamond for Chrono before I just go up and just start trying to see if I can get kills instead. Sometimes like wasting your time trying to go for a legendary or something ends up not being worth it, when it would be more valuable to go up to the surface, try and find people fighting, get involved, and get some kills. Because it kind of looks like this cave just stinks. Like it could be more valuable for me just to make full iron and go up. And then if we get a kill and they drop a diamond, we can just craft Chrono Sword that way. Same thing for enchants. Obviously, like I said, I wanted to craft enchants this game. And the way you would do that is there's a craft called the Super Smelter Pickaxe. Now, this is a diamond pickaxe. It only costs 2 diamonds to craft instead of 3. To use this, you mine obsidian and you craft an enchant table. That would be the way you get that. Obviously, we didn't find any diamonds in this cave, which is super unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up with full iron and a diamond sword, and we're just going to start trying to fight right away. I do recommend keeping one of your supply drum compasses on you. They actually are pretty useful. It's a good way to find people early in the game. You obviously don't need 4 of them. It's a good way to find people early in the game and also potentially get good loot. So you have a surface pearl here. If you're under Y11, you can use that and it just TPs you up to the surface. First thing I want to do now that I'm on the surface is get apples, because we want to try and make sure we have our healing crafted, because when you surface pro, you like generally get put kind of closer to people. So I kind of want to make sure I have some healing ready. I want to make sure I have my water bucket. I recommend having at least 2 water buckets. I did not get enough iron for that, but that is what I recommend. You want to make sure you have blocks. I do have all of that stuff. We got put in such a bad biome. But what we're going to do is, first of all, you want to make sure you have your weather sounds on. You're just going to want to run around. And obviously, if you hear death lightning, so like when somebody dies, lightning sounds, you want to run towards that, because that's where people are usually going to be. So I like to either run towards a supply drop or towards 0-0. The supply drop that did spawn in, somebody else already got, and I couldn't tell where it was after I surface pearled, so I'm not sure which direction that is. I'm just going to run a little bit towards 0-0. There's arrows on the ground, so obviously somebody here just fought. We're just going to look around for some names. Looks like we're just going to make it all the way to 0-0. Obviously, I don't really think a lot of people fight around 0-0 anymore. You kind of just fight around where your surface pearl is. Also, we just heard lightning back this way. Kind of just fight where your surface pearl lands. But we spawned in a jungle, and I don't think many people are going to stay in a jungle. So that's why I didn't like stick around there. I heard death lightning in this direction, so this is the way I'm going to run. And it looks like we found where they fought. There's some stuff on the ground. Got skeleton leggings, which is nice. It's prot 2. Or prot 2 at least. Nothing else really though. But yeah, that must be where they fought. Yeah, I see a name. This guy probably recently fought, so he's probably low. I'm just gonna go for the fight. This is such an awkward fight. It's on 15 still. I don't like this fight at all. I'm gonna back up some. I want to get to more open ground. Just because I don't like critting under trees. He's gapping up. I'm probably gonna go for an axe crit and then turn on him. So obviously I'm not even like the best at PvP. But if you can get people into like a more favorable ground and like even go for like an axe crit right away, stuff like that is super important. He didn't have any diamonds on him, which is super unfortunate. I do now have enough gold and a regular head that I can make a G head. Obviously it depends on your play style, but I like crafting them right away just because it's better to have one on you early and use it like so you don't die rather than, you know, kind of save it and end up dying because you didn't have a G head. I also had 4 obby. Don't know where he got that from because he didn't have a super smelter pick, but that means that I should be able to get enchants and a chrono sword if I get 3 diamonds. So that was obviously like a super good kill. We got a regen off of the kill, and I'm also gonna eat 2 of these normal heads just so I get some of my regen back. I want to be higher health. You always want to start your fights like as high health as possible, but being able to keep your gaps so you have absorption for the fights is also kind of important. Obviously, I'm trying to like do like an information overload here. I kind of just want to give like all of my many years of UHC experience to as many people as I can. I'm not very good at PvP in this version, but I still end up winning games and getting a lot of kills completely off my game sense. So I've just played enough games, so I want to just like kind of talk through all the things I'm thinking about when I'm playing and hope that maybe that can help newer players or players that are good at PvP, but they just don't really have that UHC game sense. So right now I'm running around the edges of 0-0. Obviously, once again, trying to listen for death lightning. I haven't really heard any. But I do see somebody in the distance here. He has a clean iron sword, and for whatever reason, since he's in a forest, it kind of gives me vibes that this guy might be trapping. A lot of trappers don't usually have enough time to even get like copper and stuff to make short swords. Also, they like to sit in forests. So this guy could be a trapper, but I do want to fight him just for the head and stuff. But I want to be a little bit careful if I chase this guy anywhere, because I think he's trying to lead me to a trap. Yeah, he's going straight this way, so I think he's trapping. So I like to not follow right behind people. Yeah, you can see he's got like a trap right there. It's like literally right here. It looks like a KB trap, but I don't even think he has KB. So I don't really know what he's doing. Okay, well, he's digging down. I obviously don't like to go into trappers' caves either, just because they sometimes have backup traps and stuff. It's really just not my vibe. I just don't like dealing with trappers. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but I'm like super good at being able to figure out if somebody's trapping or not. I mean, I have gotten trapped sometimes, but I'm usually pretty good at being able to tell when there's somebody trapping. So like that guy, he was pretty obvious that he was trapping, and I'm just not going to deal with him. I will come back later if I know I can cut him off for his trap. Let's go over for this guy. This guy's got diamond boots. He's also laggy, which you're going to see that I'm really bad at fighting laggy players. but I do want to try and fight this guy. He's on 30. He's unenchanted and he's got diamond boots. Obviously, if I can get diamond boots, that make me happy because the more armor that I can get, the better. Don't think he's trapping, but I'm kind of confused that he's going into a cave right now. But I will chase him only because I have a G head. Oh, he's got Excal. Okay. So this guy has Excalibur, and that's why he's going into a cave. But it's not going to be good enough. He should be a one hit. Okay, sweet. I'll take that. And now we get a legendary sword. That's cool. Obviously, I don't like chasing people in caves because there's a reason why they're going in a cave. So this guy went into a cave because he had Excalibur and he thought that he could get an upper hand on me with that. So Excalibur, when you right click it, you can activate invincibility for 10 seconds. So the first 3 hits you take in that 10 seconds are negated. They can't actually do damage to you during that. Obviously, I just clicked that guy 3 times and I was able to do enough damage where it didn't really even matter. And I ended up making another G head out of him. I'm gonna eat another regular head. And I'm gonna go see if I can maybe go use this on the trapper. I'm gonna keep the diamond sword on me just because I could still make chrono sword. But honestly, if I get one more diamond, I'd rather make enchants. I think enchants would be way more valuable than chrono sword at this point. Okay, this is where the trap is. I probably would jump down on the trapper at this point only because I have Excalibur and I know that it would negate 3 hits, but he's over here. Okay, this is where the trapper is. I can cut him off. I know which way he's gonna want to run, so I'm just not gonna let him run that way. He's actually just like AFK. It should be like a free kill here. Like we know which way he's gonna want to run, so we're just gonna keep cutting him off for that way. And he's just gonna die. There's another kill. No diamond, unfortunately, but I mean, we're up to 7 kills in our first game. Obviously, if you guys have any questions about how to get better, if there's anything like I don't go over, leave in the comments. I'll try and get to them either in the comments, I'll respond, or I'll make another video about it. I'm gonna make a video about different strategies and how to fight different kind of players. Speaking of, we do see somebody over here. He's running from somebody. Okay, this is nice. So this could be a good learning experience here. So there's 2 guys here. I don't really want to go all in on somebody right now. Okay, there's 3 guys here. At this point, I kind of just want to chip some damage in. I don't want to fully decide to go all in on anybody because I will get cleaned. We're just going to try and lurk around here. So there is... I think that's an enchanted guy all the way in the back. Scotteh, big fan. That's awesome. Appreciate it. He's on 36. I think he's enchanted. This is Eagle of Eye on 30. He has Pufferfish Cannon, like he's kind of stacked. And there's this half diamond guy with Magma Club. So like, we don't want to be initiating any fight here, really. At this point, we're kind of just going to let these fights go out how they will and see if we can do anything to clean. I don't like having anybody behind me. I like being like the last person so that that guy just got knocked into a cave so that I don't have to fight. Like I don't want to go all in on somebody like right away. You have to choose when you want to fight. If this guy is thinking about going after me, he's got a lot of legendaries as well. He's enchanted. He wants to go for me, which is actually kind of interesting that he's trying to go for me. He just used all of his chakram uses. I'm trying to activate my Excal. Okay. He's fire aspect. He's enchanted. He has a lot of legendaries and he's full sending me. So I'm just trying to play this kind of safe. Like he's making kind of a bad decision for full sending me this because we both have the same armor. He didn't even know that I had Excal, but he's not really gaining like a ton off of this kill. It's just going to drain us both while the other guys just get a fight. So this is probably not the fight I would go for. I think once my Excal comes back, I'll probably go all in on him and just use a G head and see if I can drop him. He's already on 9. He's trying to use his evoker wand. So when he pulls it out, I'm gonna try to avoid it, but I couldn't. I'm gonna eat a G head. This fire aspect is kind of frustrating. He's on 25. Like we're definitely just both draining each other, which is just really unfortunate. He just popped he just popped crystallization shard. I actually haven't seen anybody use that. So I have X-Cal again in 5 seconds. So I'm going to try and use that. I'll wait for him to use his evoker wand and then I'm going to go in. Pop my X-Cal. He's just going to run. I shoot him. I'm going to see if I can shoot him. He's probably going to pull out his evoker wand. Yeah. Like this is like a really bad fight for us both. We're both gonna end up with nothing here, while the half diamond guy and the other guy gets away and get like they both are gonna get everything. This is just like a really dumb fight. This is what I was trying to avoid. This is why I don't like having anybody follow me like that, because it's just like it's just a really useless fight. He's already used a G head and 2 gaps. He's saying fight. I mean, we don't get anything out of this, but I'm gonna wait for my X-Cal again. I'm just gonna keep waiting for my abilities. Okay, I have my X-Cal. Oh, there's a bot here. Oh, this is really unfortunate. Let's see if I can make this bot follow him, maybe. Okay, so this is a bot. You can tell that they're a bot because they don't have any, like, they don't have ping on tab. They also have, like, bot names, but they are kind of annoying, especially mid-fight. Oh, there's another guy here, too. I want to see if I can make the bot fight somebody. Dude, okay. Please tell me the bot goes on him. Okay, the bot's fighting somebody else. I'll pop my X-Cal and see if I can just do some damage to him. He keeps saying fight, but then he doesn't actually want to fight. This is a classic. This guy killed the bot. He's on 22. I'm gonna go pick up some of the stuff. We have to kill scotteh Big Fan. He's on 13. Like, he's almost out. Oh, God. That's really bad. I got backstabbed. This guy healed. He's on 8. There's so many people here. This is all so bad. Like, look at scotteh Big Fan, man. What are we doing, bruh? What are we doing? Okay, so we got a kill over here, and there's gold on the ground. That's really nice. If I can get some of that. I'm just, like, not even gonna worry about scotteh Big Fan. Like, I don't know what he's doing. He's literally just trolling this game, but let's see if I can go for this clean over here. Oh my God, this guy almost just got trapped. I just stole one of the kills. That's nice. I'm gonna get the head. scotteh Big Fan stole the stuff from the other guy. He just dropped the beehive blaster though. He didn't get the gap either. Oops, I accidentally just popped my ability. That's fine. And I think I just got sharp 3. That's super nice. Okay. Once again, scotteh Big Fan is trying to full send me with a G head. I don't have X-Cal, so I think I just need to try and kill him, to be honest. I have to eat my G head. He's on 2. I got him. Okay, finally. So he's finally out of the game. He was just a big drain, but he did have good stuff for me. A lot of really good things for me. So they finally fixed freezing chakrams being able to be combined with other items, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to combine the sharp 3 with a sharp 3. So I have a fire. So I have chakrams, I have evoker wand, I have X-Cal, and I have beehive blaster. I got the kill. We have extra gold here. We're going to make gaps, make 3 golden apples, and I have a couple heads here. I think at this point I should probably also just make chrono sword. 4 more gold. I will make chrono sword as well, just because it'll also have a nice ability. All right, so I have a couple different legendaries now. I have evoker wand. This spawns evoker fangs up, and it does damage. And you can right click to reflect projectiles. We have freezing chakrams, which you can throw, and it does freezing damage. And also have beehive blaster, which just shoots bees. But if you have skeleton leggings, the bees don't attack you. There's a lot going on in this game. This game is like kind of crazy. There actually is a chance that I can win this game, but it is kind of low. We used a lot of our resources on scotteh Big Fan, so that was unfortunate. We do see somebody over here. It's Johnny, baby. He's on 20. He's got a diamond chest plate. It looks like he's trying to lead me somewhere, which once again makes me think that he's trapping. I'm like pretty sure this guy's probably trapping. He dropped his diamond chestplate though. Maybe he's not trapping. He just doesn't want me to come after him. I'm still going to try and shoot him. I'm going to try and shoot my bees up at him. Come on, bees, hit him. Yeah, let's go, bees. I'll slow him down a lot. I'm gonna eat a head for speed because I do want to kill this guy. And I have gold now, so we can craft Chrono Sword. We can craft our first legendary. All right, there we go. Chrono Sword. I do not want to use my Sharp 3 Fire. I unfortunately do have to craft a new sword. I forgot that I threw it out. That's okay though. We're not using my Sharp 3 Fire. We use a different sword. So this is going to be really useful, especially with Excalibur. We're going to be using this so that we can save health when fighting people, pretty much. So it has a rewind ability, so I can like mark a place in time where I want to go like back to, and it will keep my potion effects and my health. And TP me back there after 7 seconds. We're pretty much going to be using that after we use Excal. But it's me versus 2 other people. We already pretty much know what they have. We know one guy is half diamond. The other guy was just 1 piece of diamond armor. But I know the one guy had a legendary. I just can't remember what it was. But let's just go towards the middle and see if we get some of the gaps. The more gaps we get means the less gaps that they can get. I think I am just going to go straight for mid here. This guy is gonna probably hit me once. No, he didn't get me. He didn't get a hit off on me. But I should be able to get 3 of the gaps. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn the reflect on so that I can't get shot. We're gonna be able to save a lot of health with these legendaries that I have. I'm really hoping that I don't get targeted here, but I might. Okay, this guy looks like he wants to come after me. I'll pop my Excalibur. I should get a lot of free hits on this guy. Yeah. I'm actually really surprised this guy wants to come after me. But I just have too many, like, legendaries and stuff. Like, I'm gonna pop my Chrono. So to make him, he doesn't want to fight me when I have my Chrono popped, because I'll just get my health back. I have to eat a gap here. Like this guy is being very bold by full sending me. He doesn't have skeleton leggings, so I can just pop my bees down. They're gonna poison him. I'm just really surprised this guy's full sending me after he's been fighting this Rain Dynasty guy the whole game, but you know what? I guess he wants him to win. But usually in a 1v1v1 situation, you don't want to be doing what this Eagle Eye guy is doing. Because it's just making it so the other guy is having a much better chance to win. Because he doesn't have to do anything. We're both just draining all of our healing. And this guy just gets to sit up top for free. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use all my legendaries. And do everything in my power to save health as much as I can. Fortunately, he does also have legendaries that are really bad for me. Then I'm just going to keep using all my abilities. No way he can out-heal all my abilities. When you have this legendary advantage, you just have to use it as much as you can. Yeah, I popped that. I'm gonna pop this back. He's gonna use freaking pufferfish cannon on me again. Have my Excalibur back again. It's already on 15 again. Have bees again. And keep using all the abilities. Like, what is this guy? He's literally not looked at the other guy at all. So I have to, like, do everything I can to try and kill him. Hit him with the evoker. I'm gonna keep running around and using all my abilities. I'm, like, running out of healing, though. The guy's healed a lot, too. Okay, hit him with bees again. That's good. I'm gonna pop my Excal. Might be able to drop him. He's popped both of his G heads. This guy is crazy. He's just popped a notch apple too, I think. This guy is actually crazy. Like, what? He just popped 2 G heads and a notch. I think I'm gonna lose. I've never seen a guy want me to lose so bad. It's actually kind of crazy. Hit him with bees again. On 16. He has more healing too. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. Oh my god, he's actually looking at the other guy. This is crazy. He's actually just dead. Is he just like throwing to the guy? This is so weird. I think he got everything too. A Prot 2 chestplate, I guess. Something. Well, now we have to fight this guy. I did all the damage to the other guy, and he Saki'd to this guy. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I pop my chrono. I can do a little bit of damage to this guy right now. That's gonna PP me back. I get 2 of my hearts back. I can pop my X-Cal. He did heal. I'm gonna pop my bees again. I think I'm dead though. It's pretty low chance I win just because he has pufferfish cannon. Because he could just hit me with puffer and I could die. Okay, he missed again though. Okay, hit him with that. I actually won. That is crazy. I cannot believe I actually just won that. Alright, and we won our first game. That is kind of funny. Like, I don't know if any of my tips are actually going to help there. But as you can see, like, I had to play that as literally like as passively as I could. Like, when you're getting full sent by somebody, you just have to either drop them, which if I would have dropped them, I mean, that guy could have came in and stole my loot, or just use all your abilities as best as you can. Like, all these abilities are the reason why I won. I just kept like cooldown cycling all my abilities, eventually drained down their healing, and it got me the win. But that was my first game on a fresh account. I want to show off different strategies. I want to give different tips. So if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. But as you can see here, that was my first game. We have 1 game, 1 win, 11 kills. That's that for episode 1. And let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.